Hey YouTube, just getting my 6x12 cargo trailer ready to go do some four-season camping right after the holidays in early January. I'm going out to the desert Southwest and then up to the Grand Canyon and out that way. And so I did several things to the trailer to get it ready for that, and that'll be subject to another video. But the other problem I was trying to solve was having the generator, if I pull into a truck stop or rest stop, just to be able to open the tailgate and run the generator, but not have people be able to get into my stuff. And so I came up with a solution for that, and that's what the subject of today's video is. So I'll show you real quick, and I'll come back at the end and show you some little detail on how I put it together. Not too hard to figure out here. But when you open the tailgate up, you can see that this wood basically covers so you can't get into anything. Normally you'd be able to pull these things here and lift the tonneau cover up, but what I've got is a hasp here. These are the only screws I had to do onto the truck or the tonneau cover to make this thing with a hasp here. So that kind of locks that to that, so you can't lift this up. Now the weight of all this really keeps you from lifting it up. If you were worried about it, you could put another hasp into the truck or a tab on the inside that flips down with a hinge and set weight on it, like the stuff you're storing in there. I didn't do that. I've not been able to pull this up, and it'd be very inconvenient. And again, it's plywood. It's just going to keep the low-ball thieves out of it. The big time ones, they'll take hammers and whatever they got to do to get into things. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And so basically, I created a generator pocket here. I do have a cable that would go down to a tie down here, so this will be secure. But what I wanted to be able to do was get this generator out and run it. I could even run it from in there if it was raining, but for the most part, just lift up and pull this guy out onto the deck here. So the back end's sticking out, and crank her up. And I've got a cord that runs to the cargo trailer camper here. It's about 6 foot, plugs directly into it. So I can literally, so people won't be able to lift the tonneau cover up and get to things because of that. And so it allows me to run this thing without taking it out of the truck. And so that was the idea here. And I'll pop this up. I'll need to lift the hasp up here. Pop this up and show you. There's really not much to it. It's just 1/2-inch plywood cut to fit the angles here. I use 1x2s and screws, so it's not it's just 1/2-inch plywood. I made it light. Now what I'm going to do, these are wood screws in here now. When I get back, I'm going to drill those through and put little butterfly nuts there. I'll be able to take these off. So it'll be 6 of them, 3 on this side and 3 there, and literally be able to take this thing up and just kind of stack it or leave it in the truck without it being in the way. But for the most part, this is really all there is to it. Of course, you can see you can get all your contents in there by folding the tonneau cover back. But you can see it's just a barrier. Keep people from looking in, keep the weather out, and allow me to secure my contents while I run the generator. So at the end of the video, I'll put in a thing of how I made the slide here. Just a little brief thing. You can watch it or not. It's up to you. And a few pictures as I was building this thing. I was going to paint it black, but I ended up painting it gray because I had some leftover house paint. But this is all there is to it. It pushes right back in there, locks up. And so this was my solution for a generator box or a pickup truck bed. Anyway, so you can see I made that. It's easy enough to measure and build one for yourself. In any case, please like and subscribe and stay tuned as I will be headed out, like I said, into the desert Southwest. And I've done quite a few things here. I'm going to do a video before I go on all the updates I made to this thing in terms of freezing, the batteries and all that kind of stuff for the trip. But anyway, if I don't talk to you sooner, have a happy holidays, and please like and subscribe. Hey, okay. Yeah, I got this thing all put together. You see the generator slide I showed you earlier that I was building up. It's just painted. Painting this mainly because if I have it the back open and it's raining, this wood don't get wet and start swelling. This was just some leftover house paint I had, so you can see this is how it goes in the back. This is facing out. And these little notches in here are made to fit the contour of my tonneau cover, so that's custom cut. But you could build one of these with some plywood. Just measure your tailgate out or your bed out. But anyway, not really much to it. It's just 1/2-inch plywood and a 1x2 just in the corner to screw things together. I could put more on there to really strengthen this thing, but when it goes in there and you got stuff up against it, it's pretty tight, and I just didn't want to add weight to it. So you could frame that up or do more if you felt you needed to in your situation. Now the only thing I got to do is I got a hasp block. I got to come fit to my tonneau cover, drill 2 holes in it, and it will lock down right here. So when the tailgate is open, the tonneau cover can't come up. And on the inside, I'm going to put a little flap that'll come down on the hinge. I'll show you when I get it done. And then stuff will set on it so you can't lift it up. and that's going to secure this thing. And I mean, somebody with a hammer and kicking and stuff could probably break into it. So this should keep the honest people honest, like any lock, really. At the end of the day, I'll have a pretty much a weatherproof generator box by just lowering the tailgate of my truck and sliding the generator out. And I can actually run it with it all the way up in there and tailgate just open and the exhaust facing out. But if I don't need to, I won't. I'll pull it out so it won't stay. It'll get more air and stuff. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Paint's drying. When I put it back in there, I'll give you the final shot. Here's how I'm going to make the generator slide. This is just basically 10 by 21 inches, 2 squares. This is a regular 20-inch drawer slide. And what I've done is I put them about 8 inches apart. I bolted it down here. Then I got to bolt this piece on there like that. And it'll slide in and out. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this thing up, and then I'll put it in there. I'm going to paint all this stuff black when I'm done. But this is just going to allow me to pull the generator in and out relatively easily from the back without having to lift or strain.